they're very submissive. Even the most dominant women want to submit. You feel me? And women usually submit through lessons.
Okay, y'all, this is gonna be a good one. So, Lingo decided that he was gonna make a video with Hanna after like Hanna made that video by herself, and after he watched and everything. So basically, he's just putting his own opinion to it and basically being like, "Yeah, I said all that," and then he's like elaborating more onto it. So here we go.
Cause when she see you step, how you talking, then it's gonna 9 times out of 10 wear off on her, cause she gonna like, damn, okay. So she gonna start stepping like you. That's why Kodak say, you keep hanging around me, baby, you start talking like me. Got my own lingo. You feel me? I could change your whole little ego. That's what he meant.
Okay, guys. So the first problem with that statement is that he's basically basing his relationship advice off of Kodak. If y'all don't know who Kodak is, this is him, okay? The guy who can't stay out of jail for his life. This guy crazy, can't keep a girl, doesn't have a girlfriend. I don't know if he has baby mamas, probably, but, that's mistake number one. If he idolizes this dude, that's like a red flag. I'm sorry. That is like the reddest red flag ever. Number two, it goes on with the whole Lingo is kind of like coaching Hanna type thing. He's 31, she's 21 again, like whatever. I mean, age is age, whatever about that. But, the fact that you want to mold somebody, like that's the problem when it's like there's an age gap, is that the older person wants to kind of like control the younger person, kind of like mold them, shape them. That's the problem. So, like, it's just like in a relationship, you have to remember that you're your own person too. Like, you can pick up the other person's traits, but you can't lose yourself and, be exactly like that one person. If you know what I mean, you still have to be your own person.
Give me, talk to me, tell me about it. So I tell her that's why we talk so much. That's why we have so many talks, because this is what you asked for. And I prayed and asked for somebody who was gonna listen and learn. So fuck the fact that I gotta talk to you. Fuck the fact that you got something to listen to. Learn the lesson and respect the fact that you got what you asked for. I ain't going nowhere, you ain't going nowhere. We both in the position that we supposed to be in. You feel me? We both right where we supposed to be at.
I'm sorry, but what? Learn the lesson that you're supposed to learn? Like, we're in the positions we have to be in? Like, what in the world? That we gotta have these talks. Like, I mean, I don't know what these talks are, but it's just giving me like major parenting vibes. Like, we gotta have these talks. You're in the listening role, I'm in the telling role. Like, what? No, you gotta listen to each other, tell each other. Like, no one is superior than the other, because like that's just how relationships should be. Like, there shouldn't be like one person listening, one person always like, giving the lessons, but you know what I mean? Maybe that's just what they feel like, since like one of them's older, one of them's younger, like one of them has to be in that more like role. But I don't know. Each to their own on that, I guess.
But this is what we have to go through. I'm here to talk to you. You're here to listen and learn. But in spite of the lessons or how many times we have to talk or whatever it is that I gotta teach you, I'm gonna be here because that's the vibe. Like if we ever go through it, she'll tell you that's not time for me to be nice. That's not time for me to, yo, baby, yeah. Ooh. That's time for me to shut it down and make you really think about what we going through. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's like, my mind, the algorithm that I'm on is far beyond that. And see, you chose to deal with a grown man. I didn't kidnap you, take you, or nothing. So you're going to sit here and learn this lesson.
I don't know, guys. The vibes that he gave off in that sentence just gives me like, I don't know. He literally sounds like a pimp to me, because that's literally how pimps talk. If y'all ever if you haven't like talked to one, they'll literally be like, "You chose, like you chose this. You chose this. Like, you chose dealing with me, blah, 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 this and that. You're free to go anytime. But, like, it's they promise you stuff in the future. I'm not saying that he's a pimp or anything. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm sure he's not, like, doing that to her. Do I think, in my opinion, does he seem like he's done in the past? Yeah. But, I'm not going to speculate on that. But I'm just saying, like, that's literally how a pimp talks. And he's literally talking like a pimp in this, He sounds like a pimp, but, I'm not accusing him of anything. But just the fact that he's like, you're going to sit down and learn this lesson. I don't know. That whole thing. Just bad vibes.
But me, I'm just, I'm helping her become more of a woman.
What's funny is, like, how can a grown-ass man, teach a woman how to be a woman? Like, that, like, riddle me that. Like, oh my God, this sentence. Like, bro, let's leave the womaning to the woman. Thank you.
He respects that I'm young.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Because like I said, she chose to be with a man. I chose to be with a younger woman. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. When it comes down to certain shit, it's just when I have to tell you, or when I have to tell her shit, I respect the fact that somebody had to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Just like, slow down, because I moved so fast before. You know what I'm saying? So fast before, and even in like relationships, like when you go like people go through it in relationships, like you be with a motherfucker and y'all go through it, and this is how much patience people don't got. People don't got enough patience to argue for 5 hours. You will argue with a motherfucker will walk out and go cheat on you. For real. Think about it. You will argue. Y'all be arguing. Man, fuck that shit, I'm gone. Bitches too. Slam the door. Bah! Motherfucker gone. Where the fuck you going? You ain't have enough patience to just like get this petty shit out the way right fast. You know what I'm saying? Because we could have got the petty shit out the way, but guess what? Motherfuckers don't have no patience. So they don't be on doing no petty shit. So when they ain't on doing no petty shit, y'all argue, motherfucker, and slid, guess what? Pew! Bitch then gave that dick up, gave that pussy up, now came back home. Now y'all talking about making it up. Now the whole time you laid down like, damn, I'm guilty as hell because I still love this motherfucker.
Okay, before I say this, I want to just say this is entirely in my opinion. But in my opinion, I think he just really reflected on his past relationships there. And I really do think his past relationships were very toxic like that. And basically they would cheat on each other. And he's admitted that he's cheated before. And that, Hanna's the, like, one person that makes him really, like, not want to do those type of things. Like, she's really changed him. Keep in mind, this relationship's only been 6 months. So, I mean, we don't know yet, right? It takes time to, for the true colors to come out still. So he basically here is saying, like, that's what he used to do. Like, basically when there was an argument, he would leave, this and that, blah, blah, blah. In my opinion, that's what I got from it. And it's just, like, I would not even want to be in a relationship where that's the case. Because, like, there are relationships that aren't like that. Like, people might have, like, a little, like, fight or whatever, might give, like, the other person space, time, but they're not going to go out and cheat. And that other person's not going to go out and cheat. There's relationships that people will break up and, like, won't be able to go hook up with someone, like, after a few months because it was that serious. Like, it was that non-toxic that you actually have to have time to get over somebody. And it's kind of a red flag to me that he's just, like, with the past relationships was able to just, like, do it and, like, leave and go cheat, like, while there was, like, an argument, I mean, it really depends on what relationship you're in, but, like, yeah, that's really toxic. So, even Hanna, like, I don't know if her past, like, baby daddy was like that, but how she reacted, it seems like she was, like, so shocked by when he said that. Like, it wasn't like she was like, yeah, like, I totally understand that. Like, it wasn't like a reaction where she was like, oh, yeah, my baby daddy's done that before to me. Like, I totally understand, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if her baby daddy's ever done that, but, like, this guy basically says he does that. So to me, like, in my personal opinion, that is a red flag. And I would not want to be with a man that has said that in the past. But I mean, of course people can change, but would I want to be the experiment on that? No. And that's just my personal opinion.
All the time you lay down like